Hey there, welcome back to Marketing Matchmaker, the podcast where we cut through the noise, call out the BS, and help you build a business that actually supports your life. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jennifer Tamborski, former overachieving, totally burnt out digital marketing agency owner turned fractional CMO and NLP master coach. Now I get to help service-based entrepreneurs step into the role of being a strategic CEO with marketing that scales, messaging that actually converts, and systems that don't burn them. Today, we're going after something I see way too often. You're not selling your offer, so you assume the offer is the problem. You tweak it, you rename it, maybe you burn it down and start all over again. Maybe you even launch a brand new one. The reality is you do that before you gave the first one a real shot. Let me be completely honest with you here. It's not the offer. It is almost never the offer. It is a lack of a plan to sell it. Look, I get it. Sales is a scary word for a lot of people. But that belief that maybe your offer isn't good enough is a spiral, and it keeps you stuck at that 5 to 8K months when you are capable of making so much more. So today we're going to pull that belief apart and show you what it actually looks like to sell your offer on repeat. I promise you, sales is not a dirty word. It is simply you allowing your audience to step into your product, service, or solution. Let me start with telling you a story about someone we'll call Sarah. She came to me after launching the same program 3 times and selling a handful of spots. She was convinced that the offer was the problem. The question comes of, I think I really need to burn it down and rebuild it. But when we looked closer, it wasn't an offer problem. Her audience was confused. Her messaging shifted weekly. Her calls to action were buried, if there were calls to actions at all. And she posted about it for maybe about 5 days and then disappeared. The truth is she didn't need a new offer. She needed a marketing and sales plan and the consistency to stick to it. And I know this story because I've lived this story too. Back when I was running my agency, I was helping other people grow their business. While mine was often duct taped together behind the scenes, I didn't have visibility strategy. I didn't have a funnel. I had a lot of referrals, which was amazing and fantastic, but it is no way to try and scale a business. Even though I was giving the best advice to my clients, I wasn't taking it myself. I had this hope strategy and it was slowly draining the life out of me. So here's what I want you to hear. Stop assuming your offer is broken. Start assuming it just hasn't been sold consistently yet. There is a real likelihood that not enough people have even seen the offer for it to sell. Here's the deal. You don't need to be more creative. You don't need a new Canva carousel or 40 slide sales page. You need to get in front of the right people at the right time. Say the right thing and say it over and over and over again. Not just once, not when you're inspired, but with almost a rinse and repeat rhythm that builds trust, urgencies, and yes, sales. Selling your offer consistently isn't being pushy. It is leading your audience to the solution that they've been looking for. In reality, in today's world, people are distracted. There are a million people out there, a million creditors, and their competitors, and they're getting information bombarded onto them. The reality is they need reminders. It used to say that you needed to have 12 touch points before your audience was ready to buy. In today's day and age, that can be hundreds, sometimes of thousands of touch points. So you throwing something out there and then disappearing for 3 months isn't going to cut it. They need clarity around who you are, what you do, who you serve. And they need permission to believe in themselves even more than to believe in you. If you don't give them that, they're going to buy from somebody who does. If you're anything like me and you know that you are the best at what you do, that is a travesty, because they're going to buy from someone who is not nearly as good as you. So what does a real non-fluffy sales plan look like? Here's the foundation that I teach in my strategic CEO system. One core offer. Pick one offer that gets people results. Sell that until it's proven. When I say this, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a value ladder. Sometimes your core offer is high ticket and it's $25,000. Maybe you do need to bring in buyers at smaller price points. I am all for the micro offer because I will tell you right now that it is a great way to bring in buyers. However, everything should lead to that one core offer. Every funnel, every micro offer, everything you sell should lead them directly to the one thing you want them to buy. Once you've gotten enough sales in that, then we can pivot and broaden and scale. Step 2, one clear message. Focus on the problem your audience actually feels and has. What are they struggling with right now? Every offer needs to focus on that problem, and every message does as well. We want to stay away from the big transformational pieces. It ends up leading them or giving them an idea that it's not made for them because they're not ready for that transformation. They need the, oh my God, this is what I'm living right now message in order to get them to move. One consistent channel. Look, you can be everywhere. Be visible on Instagram, email, podcast, YouTube, all of it. And dial into one of them that you do incredibly well. Own it. Be everywhere on that platform in every way, shape, or form. The more you can hone into one consistent channel, the better off you're going to be in the long run. Once you have that channel dialed in, then you can start bringing in additional channels to dial in as well. When we try to spread our focus into all of these different areas at one time, we lose focus on any of them. Then have one weekly rhythm. It is very simple to choose, I'm going to post 3 times a week. Have a rhythm to that you're going to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe it's a topic of the week. Maybe it's a sales post every 3 posts. Whatever that rhythm is, the more you can lean into it, the easier it is for you to sustain. And that is what is going to really bring that consistency. If it's not something that you can do, you're going to drop it. When we have a very consistent rhythm, we build real momentum. And it allows us to feel less stressed and scattered when we try and wing it every week. Lastly, one clear invitation. I have said this repeatedly, and I say this in every training that I do. You have to tell people what to do. I am telling you right now, if you do not give them clear direction, they will do nothing. They're going to find you interesting, but they are not going to take the next step. Whether that's DM me or book a call or buy my thing, avoid waffling around it. Avoid hiding from it. Lean into it. That invitation is what's going to get people to take the next step with you. That's it. That's the plan. I know it's not sexy. It's also not complicated. and it works if you actually stick to it. The reality is if you've launched something once and didn't get sales, that's not failure. That's data. However, if you keep tweaking, starting over, or hiding when it doesn't go perfectly, that, my friends, is self-sabotage. The truth is, for most of us, it feels safer to build something new than to really show up and sell what we already have. Because when you put your offer out there and it doesn't land, it can definitely feel personal. It can feel like rejection, and we want to avoid that. Because it's not rejection. It's just information. Our messaging was off, or maybe our technology wasn't working well. There's a million things that could have gone wrong, and you can refine it each time you release it instead of rebuilding it from scratch. You're not broken. Your business isn't broken. Your offer isn't broken. You're just missing the structure to take it to the next level. So I always want you to walk away with these episodes with something to do, an action step. Go look at the last 30 days in your business and audit your sales activity. Ask yourself, how many times did I promote this offer clearly? How often did I show up with messaging that speaks to my client's pain point? How many direct invitations did I make? If the number is under 10, quite frankly, if the number is under 30, you don't need a new offer. You need a new plan. And you need to stick to it. If you've been nodding along to this episode and thinking, yep, that's exactly what I've been missing, you're so not alone. And you don't have to figure this out solo. That's exactly why I created the Strategic CEO System. It's a self-paced, step-by-step program to help you nail your message, build your visibility, and create a rinse and repeat marketing system that gets you clients without burning you out. You'll find the links in the show notes. Or if you're not quite ready for that, head over to your marketing matchmaker. Click for a free strategy session. I promise you will walk away with at least one actionable item to help you grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. You're not stuck because you're doing it wrong. You're stuck because you're trying to do it alone. So here's what I want you to really own. You already have something worth selling. You don't need to start from scratch. You just need a clear plan and the courage to stick with it long enough to see it work. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Share this episode with your business bestie, someone who you know has launched something and fallen on their face.